So I just wanted to start out by apologizing for yet another late upload. I did actually film this video already once before, but I forgot to change my camera settings to being aperture priority, so the ISO was just manually set and ended up having really dark clouds like halfway through the video, and I didn't really realize it, so either part of the video was either too dark or too bright, and I just thought I would reshoot the whole thing when it was morning, so it was more steady sunlight, and actually set my aperture priority on my camera, so even if it does change slightly, it shouldn't really matter. So as I mentioned in a recent video, I've been struggling a lot lately with procrastination. Now, this is something that I have suffered with for pretty much my whole life, as long as I can remember, and it's actually one of the reasons why I started to use Notion, because I wanted to start finding ways to sort of implement a lot more productivity into my life, because it's not really something that I was very good at doing, to be quite honest. Now, even with using Notion, I do still tend to procrastinate from time to time. And lately, over the past week or so, I've been going through my Notion pages and creating sort of new pages for ways to sort of be a little bit more productive in different aspects of my life, as well as going over the pages that I do currently use and making them sort of a little bit better and sort of upgrading them as I go along. Now, these aren't really things that I need to do, but they're just things that I decided to do. And partly that was due to me still procrastinating, but in a way I was productively procrastinating by sort of upgrading my Notion page when it's not really what I needed to be doing at that time. Now, even though I don't like procrastinating, this did get me thinking a lot about productive procrastination, which is a term that I'd heard used before, but not really something I'd ever actually done, and it got me thinking of other ways that I could possibly use productive procrastination and turn my procrastination into somewhat of a tool that I can use. So one of the main ways that I do tend to procrastinate a lot is through something that I think just about everybody is guilty of at least some point, which is doom scrolling. Whether it be on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, I think it's something that just about everybody does. So as a language learner, I felt that this was something that I could fairly easily implement as a way to productively procrastinate, to turn my doom scrolling into more of a productive means of input for Japanese. So what I've decided to do as of recent is log out of all of my old social media accounts on my phone and my computer, and use a new account that is only subscribed to Japanese content, because pretty much everything I was looking at previously was just all random garbage that I didn't really have any direct interest to. It was just there and a way to kill time. So basically now, if I want to go onto my social media accounts or doom scroll, at least everything I'm looking at is in Japanese, and it forces me to take in more Japanese language. This, coupled with my new study method or study program that I sort of created for myself, I'm really interested to see how well this new method of productive procrastination, coupled with my new study program, is going to help further my Japanese studies, and how much further and quicker I can grow my overall Japanese knowledge over the next few months. Now, there was one other way that I was thinking of implementing productive procrastination, and that was through video games, because that is another one of those sort of main methods that I have of procrastination, which is one of the things that I don't really like, and I am actively trying to not play video games as much as I used to, but I wanted to find a way where if I do feel like I'm in that mood, at least I can turn it into something productive. So what I'm planning on doing is, if I do get to that point, is only play video games on my Nintendo Switch. Now, the reason for that is because with the Switch, if you change the system language on there, then all of the games will also change into that language as well. So if I do want to play something, I'll have to force myself to play it in Japanese, which again will just overall increase the amount of input that I'll be taking in when it comes to my Japanese studies. Now, that's not something I'm going to do just yet, because again, I do want to actively sort of decrease the overall amount of time that I'm spending on playing video games and focus on other things, which is why I tend to doom scroll a little bit more often than I used to, and why I've decided to change all of my social media into Japanese. Now, although this method of productive procrastination is sort of probably a little bit easier to implement as a language learner, maybe it does have some other ways to be used for other things as well. I'm not too sure, but at least for me, this is how I've decided to turn my procrastination into something productive. Now, I know the idea of productive procrastination isn't really anything new, but it is new to me, and it's something I've never really even considered implementing before. And now that I have, I thought that maybe I will actually start doing update videos on how everything is going with productive procrastination coupled with my new study program. Now, I did decide to do this mostly as a way to hold myself accountable to it, but also to really force myself to sort of start using Japanese in maybe my videos, but also to give you an idea as to how much further and faster I start to grow my Japanese knowledge. Now, you would think that having a Japanese wife would mean that I do have a little bit of an advantage when it comes to studying Japanese, but to be perfectly honest, we use pretty much no Japanese at home at all whatsoever. And that's pretty much because of my own lack of confidence when it comes to speaking in Japanese. I feel like I can definitely understand a lot more than I can speak. Even though I know the words, I just don't really even try to put them together right now, and it is something that I do want to actively change, because obviously the best way to grow a language is to start using it. So yeah, I definitely need to start doing that, and these update videos are going to be a way for me to possibly start doing that as well. Now, if any of you have actually tried using productive procrastination or successfully implemented it, I would definitely like to know how it was that you have used productive procrastination to sort of improve your own productivity. So if you can leave that in the comments, that'd be great. And I have also decided that I will be making a video on my new Japanese study program that I've created for myself. So I hope you all look forward to that. And this is just going to be a short one because I do have to start work soon. So yeah, I hope you all look forward to that one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.